day that would etch itself into the annals of Middle Eastern history, a day that saw the death of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. This pivotal event, the result of a strategic strike, sent shockwaves through the intricate web of international relations, sparking reactions that ranged from jubilation to apprehension. The confirmation of Khamenei's death came from an unexpected source. Former U.S. President Donald Trump, known for his unpredictable rhetoric and policies, announced that the Iranian leader had been killed during a meticulously coordinated attack. This operation, according to statements from both U.S. and Israeli officials, was designed to incapacitate the Iranian leadership's ability to retaliate or regroup effectively. The strike was not just a targeted assassination, it was a calculated move that resulted in the deaths of approximately 40 high-ranking Iranian officials. These individuals were key figures within Iran's political and military apparatus, and their loss represented a significant blow to the country's strategic command. The attack also saw the destruction of several critical government and military compounds in Tehran, sites that were considered the nerve centers of Iran's defense and administrative capabilities. To understand the magnitude of these events, one must delve into the complex history of Iran's leadership. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who ascended to the role of supreme leader in 1989 following the death of Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, was a pivotal figure in shaping modern Iran. His tenure was marked by a staunch opposition to Western influence, a commitment to the Islamic Revolution's ideological tenets, and a firm grip on Iran's political and military institutions. Khamenei's leadership style was characterized by a delicate balance of religious authority and political acumen. He was a master of maintaining power through a network of loyalists within the Revolutionary Guard and other key sectors. However, his tenure was also marked by significant challenges, including economic sanctions, domestic unrest, and a persistent tension with the United States and its allies. The relationship between Iran and the United States has been fraught with tension for decades, rooted in historical grievances and ideological differences. The 1979 Iranian Revolution, which saw the overthrow of the US-backed Shah, marked the beginning of a new era of hostility. This animosity was further cemented by the hostage crisis, where 52 American diplomats and citizens were held captive for 440 days. In the years that followed, relations remained strained, with Iran's nuclear program becoming a focal point of international concern. Despite numerous attempts at diplomacy, including the 2015 nuclear agreement, the relationship deteriorated significantly during the Trump administration. Trump's withdrawal from the nuclear deal and the subsequent imposition of severe sanctions further escalated tensions. This set the stage for a series of confrontations that culminated in the February 2026 strike. The aftermath of the attack was immediate and profound. The death of Khamenei and his inner circle left a vacuum in Iran's leadership. This created uncertainty both domestically and internationally. The destruction of key compounds in Tehran disrupted Iran's military and governmental operations. This left the nation in a state of disarray. For the Iranian people, the loss of their supreme leader was a moment of profound uncertainty. Khamenei had been a fixture in Iranian life for over 3 decades. He was a symbol of continuity and stability amidst a backdrop of geopolitical upheaval. His death left many questioning the future direction of the country and its place on the world stage. Internationally, the response to Khamenei's death was mixed. Some nations viewed it as a necessary step toward curbing Iran's influence in the region. Others warned of the potential for increased instability and conflict. The strategic implications of the attack were significant. This raised questions about the future of U.S.-Iran relations, the stability of the Middle East, and the potential for escalation into a broader conflict. As the world grappled with the immediate consequences, the long-term implications of February 28, 2026 remained uncertain. The death of Ali Khamenei had not only altered the course of Iranian history, it had also set the stage for a new chapter in the complex narrative of Middle Eastern geopolitics. The full impact of this event was yet to unfold, and uncertainty. This moment marks the end of an era for a nation whose influence extends far beyond its borders, affecting global politics and regional dynamics. Ayatollah Khamenei's rule began in 1989, following the death of Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, the founder of the Islamic Republic. Khamenei, once a relatively low-profile cleric, ascended to the role of supreme leader amid a backdrop of geopolitical upheaval and domestic transformation. Over the decades, he solidified his position as one of the most powerful figures in the Middle East, wielding authority over Iran's political, military, and religious spheres. As supreme leader, Khamenei's influence was unparalleled. He held ultimate control over the country's foreign policy, military endeavors, and nuclear ambitions, while also guiding the domestic religious and cultural landscape. His leadership style was marked by a blend of ideological steadfastness and political pragmatism, allowing him to navigate the turbulent waters of international relations and internal dissent. Khamenei's tenure was defined by a series of critical events that shaped Iran's trajectory. The protracted conflict with Iraq in the 1980s, the aftermath of the 9/11 attacks, and the contentious nuclear negotiations with global powers were just a few of the pivotal moments that tested his leadership. His staunch opposition to Western influence, particularly that of the United States, became a cornerstone of his foreign policy, fueling both defiance and isolation. In the shadows of his public persona, Khamenei cultivated a complex network of loyalists within the government and military. The Revolutionary Guard, a powerful military and economic force, became a key pillar of his regime, ensuring the preservation of the Islamic Republic's principles. This network of influence extended into various sectors, from the judiciary to the media, reinforcing his control over the nation. However, Khamenei's reign was not without its challenges. The Green Movement of 2009, sparked by allegations of electoral fraud, posed a significant threat to his authority. Thousands of Iranians took to the streets, demanding greater freedoms and questioning the legitimacy of the election results. The government's harsh crackdown on protesters highlighted the regime's determination to maintain its grip on power, even in the face of widespread dissent. Despite such domestic unrest, Khamenei's ability to maintain control remained largely unchallenged. This was thanks in part to his adept handling of Iran's complex political landscape. His strategic alliances with regional players, such as Hezbollah in Lebanon and the Assad regime in Syria, further cemented Iran's influence. This reshaped the geopolitical balance in the Middle East. The death of Khamenei, therefore, raises profound questions about the future of Iran. It also raises questions about its role on the world stage. As the nation grapples with the loss of its longtime leader, the potential for a power vacuum looms large. The process of selecting a new supreme leader is fraught with uncertainty. Various factions within the government and clerical establishment vie for influence. Iranian authorities initially disputed or did not confirm reports of Khamenei's death. This reflects the regime's cautious approach to managing the narrative and maintaining stability. Such an approach underscores the delicate balance of power that has characterized the Islamic Republic since its inception. As the reality of his passing becomes increasingly undeniable, the world watches closely. They are aware that the implications of this transition extend far beyond Iran's borders. The international community, already on edge due to escalating tensions and recent conflicts, now faces the potential for increased volatility. This is in a region where alliances are fragile and rivalries run deep. The United States, in particular, finds itself at a crossroads in its policies toward Iran. It navigates the complexities of a changing leadership landscape. Amidst this uncertainty, the story of Iran's supreme leader continues to unfold. The nation stands at a pivotal moment in its history.